Every child has the right to a Diener School kind of education, and we adults have the responsibility to provide a child with an education that's really about opening up the world to them and helping them discover their true potential as human beings. An education where they're valued. Every child has a right to an education like that. My child's educational experience prior to Diener was through public schools. The system for children with learning differences and disabilities, it just wasn't set up for them to succeed. My child wasn't speaking very well. It was a fight to get speech therapy. It was a fight to make sure that my child wasn't sitting in a corner just doing repetitive behaviors over and over and over again for the whole school day. It was heartbreaking.
As Ryan's parents, we live with uncertainty constantly. Constantly. Is he going to be okay? And Diener offers this sense, this environment of certainty that he is going to be okay. And that is such a gift. The one thing that we don't have to doubt any day is whether or not Ryan's going to be cared for and whether or not he's going to be able to develop and to continue to grow because of the experiences he's having at Diener.
What parent doesn't want their child to go to school every day? I feel accepted and wanted and smart. It's awesome.
We believe Diener rescued Jake. When you see your child overwhelmed and to see that pivot to just absolute enthusiasm, coming home each day and telling us all about all the fun things that he did, we feel very strongly Diener was the absolute protagonist in the journey that he made academically, socially, from a developmental standpoint, into the confident young man that he became.
When we transferred him out of Diener School into public school, he was just ready. And he just walked right in the first day to public school and was just owned it. The Diener education is totally life-changing.
I remember the first time I walked into Diener, I was greeted with warmth and kindness, and everyone was smiling at my child, and my child was smiling back. And to come to a place where my kid was welcome, where people were happy to see my child, I mean, it was a revelation. It was a revelation.
It's a cliche to say the educational background of someone is their primary building block, but it might be a cliche because it's largely true. It's that springboard to what is possible next. We certainly are incredibly grateful for this foundational experience that Diener has provided our son. Without it, I would imagine he would not be as happy and as joyful as he is if he didn't have these experiences at Diener.
I think it fills so many pockets, not only for the student that has that opportunity to go there, but for the parents who want that more than anything. And credit to the Diener staff and administration. There is not a place more genuinely focused on what is best for the child.
Some people may or may not know we lost our son in July of 2019 to a bicycling accident in Bethesda. In the days and weeks that followed, scores of people approached us and asked, what can we do? The only thing that came to our mind was to honor Jake by supporting the Diener School. It was so transformative in his life, and it was a way that we felt that we could create a legacy for him and other young special needs kids who may not have the financial means necessary to go to Diener. And the scholarship provides the opportunity for a child to really receive a life-changing experience. And we're really excited that we've been able to be part of that for a number of families.
Diener is expensive. It's expensive for a reason. There was no way I was going to be able to afford to send my child to Diener without scholarship. Every single year from K through 8,
Financial aid has offered us the opportunity to enroll at Diener from the get-go. We feel very grateful for the generosity, the kindness, and the willingness of the Diener staff and its benefactors to really work with us so that Ryan can enjoy being a Diener student.
After our first year at Diener, the head of school at the time called me up and she said, "You guys are coming back next year, aren't you?" It made all the difference to me to know that our family, our little family, and valued my child and wanted my child there, and were willing to sort of extend us this aid for us to be at the school. It meant the world to me. Even though my child graduated in June, the blessing of Diener is something that we're going to carry with us always.
We feel tremendously fortunate. Thank you for the opportunity to be a part of this family.
The whole world that opened up for my child just because of the education and support and community of Diener is just, it's priceless.